All right. What's up, gang? Sorry, I'm a few minutes late here. The Yankees are back in the win column, baby. 4-3 over the Detroit Tigers. And good to see. It's good to see. Despite all the injuries that they've been officially having to deal with now, it's nice to see the Yankees actually win. Well, let me say what's out. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Anthony Lipari's in the house. Sean Browning was good. And Yankee, a.k.a. Joel, my man. Number 7, baby. What's good? What is good? What is good? Yeah, the Yankees win. That's right, man. Not an exciting game, but I'll take it. Uh, I'll take the win, whether it's boring or not. I'll take it. So, and I think the Yankees needed some kind of boost of confidence, especially after the news that we've gotten over the last 2 or 3 days. Which sucks. Aiden DeVille in the house too. Jonathan's in the house. What's good, my man? Yeah, Anthony Sigler put them ahead with that go-ahead shot, and let's box score it. I mean, and let's not forget Big Daddy IKF with the home run opposite field shot. But let's see. Tigers are up 1-0 with an Eric Haas grid shot, and then Billy McKinney with an RBI single to tie it in the third, 1-1. Then Kerry Carpenter with another big shot off of Luis Severino gave it 2 shots, 2 home runs, but 2 solo shots made it 2-1. IKF then in the top of the fourth put him up 3-2 with a go-ahead 2-run shot in opposite field. Then Andrew Knapp hit a home run as well, but he hit that off someone else to make it 3-3. And then Anthony Sigler with the go-ahead hit, okay, to put the Yankees up 4-3 where they finally won. Now, pitching box score, Luis Severino, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, 54 pitches. So another step in his development towards the season. And then Johnny Brito, 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. Not bad, 51 pitches. James Norwood with the clean inning, who actually got the win. And then Matt Bowen with a clean inning as well to finish it off. Now, in terms of everybody else, Oswaldo Cabrera was 1 for 3. IKF was 2 for 3. Yankees didn't get a lot of hits. Anthony Sigler 1 for 1, and Billy McKinney 1 for 2. That's all they got. So it wasn't a exciting or it's an exciting slugfest or anything, but we'll take the win one way or another. So, but again, as we know already, there's 4 dudes now starting the season on IL. Harrison Bader was added to that list today. So with an oblique issue. So, and they're still waiting to find out how significant the oblique issue is, but they've already confirmed he's going to start on the IL as a precaution. So, and Boston finally lost the game. Oh, nice, Joel. Good. Dude, yeah, I mean, California's been, and people were told to prepare for this, and a lot of people didn't do it. So, snow and rain, it's just, this stuff happens. So, but yes, sir, Silent to the Fogs, what's good? Yo, salute to Chris in the house. Joe, make him an offer you can't refuse. What's up, my man? Yeah, it's gonna suck, sir, Silent to the Fogs or Don. But the good, encouraging news, and I always try to come up with a positive spin this, right? Even though sometimes the news is shit, but superior state of mind, superior attitude. I think it works for me. Like I always say, negative attitudes are contagious, but so are positive ones. Despite positive, generally outrages the negative attitude. So, but it is what it is, right? And his UCL, ulnar which is here. Okay, if you can see it, it's inside here. Ligament that's generally, once that ruptures, that's generally leads to Tommy John surgery. The UCL is completely intact for Carlos Rodon, so it's just a forearm. But generally, forearm issues tend to be precursors to Tommy John surgery. So thankfully, that's not the case here right now. So hopefully they'll be all right. We'll be all right. Yeah, we're supposed to get some more questionable weather, Anthony, up in the Northeast. So I appreciate that. Everybody with me in the Northeast, be safe, please. Benji's in the house. Yeah, be sure to smash that like button, gang, if you don't mind. We always try to get up to 100 likes during the live streams if we can. And yeah, the afternoon live streams are a little bit different. A lot of folks are still working and doing their things, but we rock and roll on the Saturday night live stream. So I'm looking forward to doing that with you guys and gals tomorrow too. That'll be a lot of fun. Franchise in the house, baby. What's good? This is, I mean, injuries pile up, brother. Yeah, you got that right, man. Let me take away. They do pile up, brother Bill. That's for damn sure. I hope that they're quick lasting and not too. A couple of folks will be out for probably a month, like Tommy Canely and probably Luke Trevino too. He's got an elbow flexor strain, so. And I would agree too. Pitchers are giving up a lot of home runs, Joel. They're up there, but I mean, it's something that they're they're going to continue to work on. Severino gives up a lot of solo shots, but he held it down today. He was pretty solid. So, but yeah, sir, I hear that, man. He was definitely an NL Central killer. But I'm happy we got him. I just hope we can get him back quickly. So, the IKF was a nice opposite field shot. It was a nice opposite field shot, Sean. It really was. It really, really was. So I'll take it, man. A lot of the IKF haters are quiet now, because I have so many people just IKF didn't get another hit every day on Twitter. IKF didn't get another hit, and they're not saying anything now when he hits a home run. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. What's good, Mantle? 7. One of the trades coming left field. You know what, Michael? It's a good question. I'm guessing they're probably going to see whether to keep Ortega or Calhoun or both. And Oswaldo Cabrera will definitely get reps and stuff like that. So, I think they might bring in a pitcher either via free agency or trade or something like that. But I'm not sure about outfield, unless it's Brian Reynolds. You know what I mean? Bader and Dredley Florida. I don't think he has a fit. He hasn't done enough. He's going to get reps to try to do something, but he hasn't done enough. And he's had plenty of opportunities, Robert Johnson. So you're absolutely right there. I don't think he's had a fit here either. So, yeah, the other thing is these injuries suck, but I'd rather them get him now in March or April than July or September or August or something like that. So I'd rather do that. So, but I think something needs to be. They need to look into strength and conditioning or flexibility or something, because this happens way too often for the Yankees. So much more than so many other teams, which is crazy. Crazy. So our guy's going to be fresh in the middle of the season. Yeah, well, this is true too, T. Drake. So I like that point and that perspective. And that's the way I like to hear it too. Like even Rodon said this. Like I'm not here to pitch into the July All-Star break. I'm here to pitch into late October. Like that is a good perspective to have on this. And that's exactly the way I would have it. I would have it too. So, and I didn't see this back, but John Boy definitely did he act like he was having him. It's not his UCL ulnar collateral ligament is still intact. So until that ruptures, you don't need Tommy John surgery. Masahiro Tanaka had a partially torn one here. His whole entire tenure with the Yankees didn't get Tommy John. 7 years here, didn't get it. So, it's not inevitable just yet, Ryan Beck. So UCL's intact, but we'll see what happens in his ramp up when he starts to rehab again. Will it rupture then? We don't know. So, if you don't mind, gang, if you haven't hit them like button yet, let's smash that like button. We only got 16 likes, so we definitely want to get to 100 if we can, whether during the stream or after it. But I thank you. This is the thing. Not every trade is going to be for a superstar, but yeah, a stepping stone would be nice. A contact hitter. Billy McKinney, I don't think is. He might get a shot, Benji, but I don't think he's going to make it either. I just don't think he will. Acquiring top pitching talent so much money results in. Yeah, Rodon, DeGrom, Scherzer. Yeah, it's. Yeah, it sometimes makes you think maybe should have kept Jameson Taillon, right? Because he was reliable pretty much for the most part while he was here. So, John Boy, they do different perspectives and stuff like that. So, but it's definitely anytime you get a forearm issue with a pitcher, there's always worry that this guy's going to get Tommy John. So, Defoe might be able to make the team. Joel, thank you so much for the donor. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that very, very much, man. You are the man, dude. Corbin Burns, if you're going to get Corbin Burns, you got to say bye to Volpe and Peraza and probably Dominguez all at once. He's going to cost at least those 3 guys. The Mariners wanted all 3 of them. The Mariners wanted all 3 of them for Luis Castillo, and Burns is better than Castillo. So that would be a big haul to get. So, and we'll see, right? Bauer's the guy that people are. Again, I'm guessing it's probably going to be considered, but they have to talk about how it's going to affect the chemistry because, it's not only a Cole thing. I know people say, well, Cole needs to man up and blah. It's not about manning up. It's would the rest of the team be okay? That does matter. It does make a difference. So, but if Rodon needs Tommy John, then they might bring in Bauer. Yeah, they might make a trade for somebody else too. So Cedric Mullins, I can't see coming here. They don't need Cedric Mullins, Benji. Not because of a Bader temporary couple week injury. They don't need Mullins, especially when they have already Dominguez, working his way up, and some of these other folks, and Harrison Bader. So personally, I don't think they need Mullins, and I don't think the Orioles will give it to him anyway. Excuse me, allergies. By the way, the addition's coming along. I appreciate you asking. Some of the windows in the back, but you'll see a lot of wrapping and all that stuff, screens and everything. So I'm in my sunroom right now, and that's the only place right now I could be without noise. So, but that's where we're at right now. Just next to me here is the garage where we just had rebuilt and added 8 feet to it to fit my Suburban, because my garage, other than that, wasn't big enough to fit the Suburban in. So, but team, yes, it is, Sean. Team chemistry and culture is very, very important. And Yankees take that seriously. They pride themselves in that, which is probably why they haven't brought in Bauer. But then again, no other team has done it either. So that's a statement that's not only Yankees wise, that's Major League Baseball wise. You know what I mean? So, Marlon's like, what do you think about trying to get Chisholm? I mean, if you can get Chisholm, you definitely move Torres for that. But I don't know. I mean, they might want Volpe, and I'd probably take Volpe over Chisholm, in my opinion. But unless you could play Chisholm out somewhere else or something like that. I mean, Chisholm, Volpe, and Peraza in the infield would be freaking phenomenal back. I think it depends on the cost. They also just added too. They added Jose Iglesias and they added Yuli Gurriel, right? Yesterday, so they boosted their infield defense yesterday too. They got 2 guys on minor league contracts and free agent deals. So, but I don't know if they would trade Chisholm. Him and Alcantara, they're probably going to build around. My guess, if I could be wrong though. Sanchez is not coming back. They brought in another catcher last week for depth too. There's no point to bring Sanchez back. You know what I mean? Hope he should start. I know folks are saying that. I mean, I think Oswald Peraza is going to start. Defensively, range wise and arm wise, he's superior to Volpe, but Volpe is, I think he'd be a perfect fit for second base. I don't want one or the other. I want both of them in this lineup. Chisholm is an outfield. Are you sure about that? Did they change him to the outfield now? He was an infield for a while. I mean, maybe you consider him for the outfield. That's a different scenario there. But the question is, how much would the Marlins want for him? You know what I mean? A lot. This team, is there a chance for this to be almost like 200 World Series? I don't know. I mean, everybody's going to have to be healthy. I mean, that team also had multiple Hall of Famers, 4 members of the core. They had Pettit, Posada, Jeter, and Rivera. So it was a different team. And they brought in Sabathia, they brought in Burnett, they brought in Teixeira, they brought in Nick Swisher, all in the same offseason. They spent crazy money in free agency, and they had the core 4, and they had all these other guys. So that was a special team. And then, I mean, A-Rod was just unstoppable last year too. So it's really hard for me to compare, but I could see them, going on a roll. And if you can go on a run and perform that way, then, why the heck not? Why the heck not? So it would be kind of nice. Yeah, Chaparro, I can see being called up midseason. Yes, no doubt about it. Yeah, Volpe did Judge to get Volpe up here, which is kind of cool. So, but I wouldn't rush him again. The problem is, if you want Volpe to be, let's just say you want him at second base, which I do, you're gonna have to probably trade 2 infielders, probably Torres and IKF, just to clear up room because we have an excess of infielders. Because you don't want to call Volpe up and have him sit. What the hell's the point of that? I'd rather have him play in AAA and continue to get better and develop. So there's no point in calling him up here or playing him out of position or playing him just to steal bases. I wouldn't do that. I would rather use him properly. But again, I think a little bit more development at AAA, I think he'd be in good shape, which is why I would not start him right away. And the same thing goes with Dominguez. He needs more development too. They look really good right now, but these guys are not hitting these home runs off Justin Verlander and guys like that right now. They're hitting them off of either other minors or fringe major leaguers. So you need to see how well they hit off the big pitchers. That's, to me, a sign that he might be a little bit more ready. So Chisholm has moved to center field. Okay. Would you take Bader or Chisholm? Is my question, folks. And how much do you think it would cost? Do you think? No, I mean, healthy, they're division champs. Gabs. I think they're top two in the American League. But Red Sox are looking to be a little bit more formidable than I thought. So I could see the what do you call it? The Red Sox maybe be in third place or something like that, or maybe even better. Yeah, I always stream Saturday night, even though tomorrow's an afternoon game. The Yankees play the Phillies, I think. Um, I probably won't. Well, we'll just live stream tomorrow night instead of doing 2 live streams. So, and we'll do the usual 9:30 live stream on Saturday nights because that one is lit. We got a lot of folks in there, so that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Um, Not Hall of Fame. Who are you referring to there? Who are you referring to, Sean? I missed it. I wanted to work. Yeah, yeah, I did hear that. Bader's open to work on the extension with the Yankees. Yep, this is true. Bundy and Richards are out there still. Do any of them move the needle? I mean, I don't think any of them are going to be better than Schmidt or Herman. You know what I mean? Hello there, Jennifer Negron. How are you? How are you? Which pitch should we trade? I don't know who's available. What team would be willing to move him? That's another question. Set your clocks for 2 o'clock a.m. Sunday. Okay. Oh, thank you for that. I forgot about that, Lepar. Thank you. Daylight savings time. That's right. Bader, right? Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose between two, I'd probably do Bader too. Again, he's already here as a free agent. Wouldn't have to forfeit a bunch of top prospects, which would be a better situation for me. But I like Jazz. Okay, the energy and fire he can bring to the team. He can definitely bring swag back to the team. So, I like him, but I like Bader. I like Bader. And that's exactly my sentiments. Exactly, Sir Sound. Actually, stick with Bader. He's young. Genevieve might trade Chasm as a gamble. It's not feeling good. Switching positions and switching to a harder position. So it's tough. It's tough. If I get the lineup, Aiden, I will. I mean, are both split squad games at the same time? If that's the case, I'll put both of them out in the same video. So, no doubt, absolutely, Aiden. Randy Rivera, hello, how are you? What's up? Hall of Fame says of Chisholm open. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got it, Sean. I understand. Thank you. I get confused sometimes. So, Pineda and Richards would be cheap. Yeah, but again, no needle movement. That's the king. I mean, if they don't move the needle over Schmidt or Herman or Matt Crook, there's no point in bringing them in, at least in my opinion. So, flip flop for last year, less than stellar first half, get healthy, and would be kind of nice, Brian. To me, there's better momentum. I'd rather have the momentum heading into the postseason, no doubt about it. How many more weeks until the next members live stream? There's a couple more. I gotta look at the schedule, Anthony. I think it's 2 more. We should invest in better trainers and doctors. Well, I mean, I would be looking into that stuff, T. Drake. I mean, there should be a free agent market for that. That's a great point, man. Great point. Split squad tomorrow, Phillies and Pittsburgh. So we get double Pennsylvania teams. Let's check here. Are both of these games at 1 o'clock? Let me check here. MLB tomorrow. Let's see. Yankees, Phillies, 105. Okay. Yankees, Pirates. Okay, both of them are 105. So I will put up lineups for both games in the same video so that you know who's playing where and what and blah blah blah. So I'll have them both for you tomorrow. That I promise you. Way too many holes to fill. Yeah, it's crazy, Gary. You're absolutely right. It's a lot of holes to fill. And again, I mean, hopefully we have enough prospect depth. I mean, I guess they're gonna, decide between Calhoun and Ortega for temporary left field at the very least, and Oswaldo Cabrera get a lot of reps in a lot of positions. So, I mean, there's some guys like Matt Crook and Jimmy Cordero who are both guys I've been talking about for like a while, and I think both would deserve a shot in the bullpen at the very least, and then to replace the other 2 injured relievers, and then you have probably Schmidt or Herman replacing Rodon until he comes back. And keep in mind, we have Nestor Cortez still trying to get back to the groove too. So back into the groove. So word life is in the house, baby. That's good. Bader's definitely lead center fielder. One of the best defensive in the whole game. No doubt about it. for RIS. Okay, I get it, Brian. Okay, back. I didn't even think about that. They got RIS. That's right. And the Pablo Lopez trade from Minnesota. It happens, Aiden. This is, it's unfortunately, I mean, a lot of folks will do absolutely nothing for a while and then try to ramp themselves up quickly, but it happens. This is whether it's swinging the bat or, going from nothing to fast twitch running, a lot of it counts towards your warm up routine. Does it sustainably keep you warm? Right. So like what they do in the off season, what they do to start themselves and and that type of stuff, what they do on a daily basis. I think those things need to be scrutinized and examined. So this is a big reason why a lot of folks get hurt. And again, pitching is just a temperamental position. So a lot of pitchers get hurt, unfortunately. And sometimes it's hard to do. Sometimes it's hard to do, unfortunately. That's why you see a lot of like torn ACLs and torn this and torn Achilles in like an NFL football, training camp. That happens a lot too, unfortunately. So it's just these guys go from 0 to 100 in like 3 seconds, and that's tough for them sometimes. So, do I think the Yankees are able to maintain it? If they stay healthy and those guys get healthy, start selling on Friday, yes. I think the Blue Jays are going to make it close though this season. I think the Blue Jays get a wild card spot at the very least. So, but they got to stay healthy, the Yankees. Your friend Christian Burnett from Eastside Stuff injured his knee in school while he was playing basketball. He's doing better now, thank God. Well wishes for Christian, man. Well wishes for Christian. Yanks changed strength in a couple of years. Yeah, I mean something's going on, Marcus. I don't know what it is. It's a lot of injuries, more so than the other teams, which is a very frustrating situation to be having to deal with. So it's unfortunate. So Holmes just a little bit later. He's throwing one guy. I think the goal of him is to start, use him a little less frequently in the beginning of the season. Because last year, you got to pass like 50, 55 innings, something like that, and then you start to wear down. So, and then he said when he started having his problems. So I think they're going to start him slower and want him to be at his best and most reliable towards the end of the season. And that makes sense. Yankees will have enough bullpen depth to make that possible. No. If I kept against injured, do you call it Volpe or something? Probably. Let's say he's the next logical infielder to call up because probably here, right? So is Cabrera. So he's the next logical. Yes. Hicks. Yeah, what can you say? I hear you, Michael Osborne. I totally hear you, man. It's unfortunate. What's good? 4 trains in the house, baby. 4 trains in the house. Weissert on the main roster. A 40-man, but I don't know if he'll be taken on. They're going to have to make some moves anyway because they have to take they're going to transfer Luis Hill and Scott Efros to the 60-day, which will knock them off the 40-man. So there's still a couple of moves that they're going to make regardless. So I'm guessing Weissert will very likely make the team out of spring training. I think, but we'll see. He could be one guy that doesn't make it. No. And if he's in the house, what's good, man? Depth always important. Yes, depth is very important, man. Yeah, exactly. Platoon and stock. I mean, that's why I say like consistency too. Like if Judge and Rizzo and like Stanton can get 1 day off every week, and then 1 DH day every week, it would go a long way towards keeping them healthy or healthier. You know what I mean? So, and I think that'd be a wise idea for the Yankees to follow. So, even if you have 1 day off, it's not going to knock them off a heater. You know what I mean? So, Dominguez definitely making a strong case, but I don't think he's going to make it up. He still needs more development. But he looks damn good. I'll give him that. He's definitely making a case. At the very least, he might start the season in AAA. So I could see that happening before jumping from AA to the majors. On a scale of 1 to 10, how optimistic are you about the Yankees with the injuries? I'm closer to a 10 because I think the Yankees will get healthy and have enough depth to win the division again. But how much far beyond that, I don't know. My confidence level isn't there yet. I think we need to see Rodon healthy. We need to see these other guys healthy. So, and a mostly full season of Bader and DJ LeMahieu and some of these other guys. We need that as well. We were missing a lot of stuff last year. So a lot of patchy performances, even though they played amazing the first half and terrible in the second half. There was a lot of patching performances. So, um, dude, you were beat up, Lapari. You were beat up, man. You definitely were. Yeah, I mean, it's the program, and I mean, it could be a combination. That's the question. Like, what exactly is it? You know what I mean? And what exactly is it? I think it's a combination of the training program and the trainers, and just I don't see them doing anything unusual, injury risk stuff. So you know, they definitely the recipients of a lot of bad luck. That's for sure. I really can't. Forgot to mention scoliosis, curvature of the spine, man. Yeah, yeah. Can't blame. No, we can't blame coaches for that. And again, keep in mind too, like fans were begging them to get Montez, and when he gets hurt, where do they go? Blame Cashman. Same thing here. The fans are begging for them to sign Rodon. If he gets hurt, are people going to blame Cashman for that as well? Because it's not a Cashman thing. So, he did what the fans wanted, and it didn't work out, unfortunately. It still remains to be seen. It's too early to decide on that stuff as it pertains to Rodon. But it's probably enough blame to go around. The Mets look good, Frankie, but I don't see them winning the World Series just yet. Not yet. But you never know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, Frankie. You know that. Team Doctor, man. I mean, I definitely think it can help with their flexibility, range of motion, and strength and conditioning. I think I'd be helpful there, but I appreciate that, T. Drake, man. Thank you. Hicks is struggling. I mean, I think he's got to stop struggling as much because I think if he increases his trade value a little bit, like IKF is doing, maybe they'll have an opportunity to move him to a team that might need him. That doesn't want to pay boatloads of money. You know what I mean? But I couldn't agree more with Jennifer. We don't need any more injuries, man. It's too many. It's too many. I hope Hill comes back too. He's a good looking pitcher. He's coming back from Tommy John, so we'll see what we get out of him. So I agree, Sean. I agree 100%. Hill comes back and finds a resurgence. Yeah. Starter or bullpen. I don't care. Davey, he might be able to make it, Benji, as a reliever. Davey Garcia. I mean, he's definitely looks different as a reliever as he did as a starter, but then he did as a starter. So he's showing us something. He's definitely showing us something. Got more velocity too, and better control, and attacking the zone more than usual. So yes, indeed. I'll wrap up in a few minutes. By the way, gang. Flexing for the Yankees tweeted. What about it? I mean, a possible proposed trade. Aiden. Tigers broadcasting. Yeah, they're like the worst broadcast. I mean, they're terrible. They're brutal. So, yeah, I mean, it's just when you're sitting there, like falling out. It's like, what the? You're gonna need some more exciting people over there, man. Shoot. Appendix burst. Damn, Anthony, you're getting beat up, dude. Getting beat up, man. Keep coming back though. It's like Rocky Balboa syndrome. It's RBS, man. You have Rocky Balboa syndrome. You get knocked down, you keep coming back up. Love it. Too much beef. I mean, this is like this is why, like, and me personally, as a professional athlete, former professional athlete, and former track athlete, baseball player, and a longtime martial artist. One of the things that I notice is, stretching and range of motion is much more effective when it's sport specific, meaning it should be active and not static. Holding a stretch for a long time doesn't seem to me as productive for a sport. But you have people that do their own thing. They have their own philosophy. So, you know what I mean? NFE, I couldn't agree with you more, dude. I mean, stay healthy, especially. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. They have to stay healthy after the All-Star break. It's like, they had so many guys on IL. It was ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Too much sitting on it. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. Hmm. I'm not that worried about Rodon right now, honestly. So, I mean, it's, forearm issues happen sometimes. Again, as long as the UCL is intact, that is good news for now. So, you know, and that's the key. Never want yeah, I mean, a lot of folks wanted Castillo, obviously, Jonathan over Montez, and you can't really blame him, right? Luis Castillo is phenomenal, but his price tag would have been more than prohibitive. It would have been crazy. So, I mean, think about it, we wouldn't be talking about Volpe, we wouldn't be talking about Peraza or Dominguez. None of them. None of them. No. Yeah. Yeah. D's channel's in the house too. What's good, D? All right. Hope you're doing well too, my man. Yeah, is anybody following the WBC, the World Baseball Classic? Rallying against China, Czech Republic. And people are already going nuts over Munetaka Murakami, that Japanese first baseman. He's 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts. And people are like, well, Yankee fans are why? I mean, people are getting bent out of shape because he started slow and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, he's young. It's the World Baseball Classic. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. I wouldn't be worried about that stuff. Acquiring. Yeah. Exactly, Justin. Like acquiring new pro players and banking them. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, I think a slow start's probably more in the uh in the books for the Yankees. Yeah. Oh, exactly, Ryan. Kissing them ass. They didn't get Correa. And then people that said we were going to be a 4th or 5th place team last year if we didn't get Correa and Freddie Freeman and all these other things. But I remember all those geniuses, Ryan Beck, who used to tell us that. Pros and cons on spring training. I mean, good for getting into game shape, good for um, letting folks warm up as the way they need to. But I would expand the roster. I mean, to the regular season to 28 over 26, so that you can keep more guys from spring training. And but I mean, there's pros and cons both ways. But again, keeping the players healthy is the most important component of that spring training, getting them in game shape and not forcing them to get into game shape, too quickly or whatever. So that's kind of how I look at it. So, I like spring training. I like the intrigue that it brings. But again, I think this still stuff that that could be better. That could be better. I just don't want to rush players into being ready. You know what I mean? So, unlike fans, he has privy to all players' injury histories and no free pass. Don't blame him. Someone in the trade frame. Yeah, man, it's just and like team doctors from Oakland, they told the Yankee, not only Cash, but the Yankees people that his shoulder was going to stay intact and was fine, and that turned out to not be true. So sometimes they'll get bad information too from people that they generally like to rely on or need to rely on. So Rizzo trade's definitely a good trade, TJ, 100%, bro. But it is me, and do we have more injuries? Yeah, we do, David. Yankees do. It's not a coincidence, I don't think. So I swear it's like just a rite of passage here for Yankees. If it wasn't like this, it wouldn't be normal. Boatloads of injury, drama, blah blah blah. There's no like quiet days in Yankee land, which is crazy, but true, true. Yeah, can definitely see you being at Fight Psychiatrist because you're always. Well, I appreciate that, man, Anthony. I mean, again, this is from, and again, this is my perspective. In all honesty, like, not everybody shares it, and that's fine. But like, just growing up, being a former competitive athlete, professional athlete, and a 2 decades long martial artist, and 2 decades in counting. I mean, getting to the point where you can maintain a positive state of mind, positive attitude, and try to find solutions to problems instead of problems to solution. I think it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Like it's contagious both ways, right? And it's. I'm not talking about being sick. It's negative attitude rubs off. It's contagious, but so is a positive attitude. And generally, the folks with the positive ones tend to irritate the hell out of the negative ones. I get all the time. He's optimistic. Why? Because it's a long season. Players get hurt. Players get better. we try to find a way to enjoy the content and all that stuff. That's not that it's okay to vent and it's okay to be frustrated. We all are, but like at some point, I want us to keep some semblance of sanity and common sense too, at least in my opinion. So, but there are channels that just like to bash and do all that stuff too, which is totally fine. That's just not us. So you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean it's well. So I'm here in the end of April, early May, but yeah, I mean if his ulnar collateral ligament again, it's here, which is ligament that's previously linked to the forearm. So that's a precursor to Tommy John. So that ruptures, he's going to need Tommy John surgery. Right now, it's completely intact. It's completely a muscular thing. It's in the forearm. So right now, expect his timetable for recovery to be shorter, which is good, but things can change, unfortunately, right? So I just hope it doesn't. So the Yankees spent $27 million a year on him. So hopefully we want a good break for the Yankees in terms of pitching. So, you know, anytime you read forum string time, just always. I didn't say it wasn't a possibility. It's always a possibility, yes, but you know, it's also a possibility. Like same thing happened, Justin, with Masahiro Tanaka. He had a partially torn ulnar collateral ligament, but he stayed with the Yankees for 7 years. Never got Tommy John, and it was partially torn his entire tenure there. So that is an encouraging sign too. And Rodon's is completely intact now. He's a power arm, so his trajectory might be a little bit different than Tanaka's, but you know, the possibility is both ways, Justin. So it's not a guarantee just because of forearm strain that he's going to have Tommy John. So that's not the reality, unfortunately. But again, the reality is it's both ways. It could happen. It cannot happen. So we're hoping that it doesn't happen. Obviously here. So we're really hoping for the best, and it's going to take a while for them to decide and figure that out. So you know, I guess it's the same thing, Jamie. This wouldn't be the Yankees' reality otherwise. Like it comes with the territory. Just like part of being a Yankee fan, a Yankee fan is we're dealing with shit tons of injuries all the time. Poor play, anger, fan. Like it's just part of being. It's part of the love hate relationship with fans and the Yankees, right? But it is what it is, and that's what we deal with, and we figure out a way to make it work, and or try to, and it's the way that it is. D's, who do I think will win the left field position? Oswald Peraza for shortstop. Left field right now looks like probably Rafael Ortega's in the lead. And I do think Oswaldo Cabrera will be the super utility right now. So Otani basically didn't play in America's first series. Japanese Zion. That's funny, man. But kind of true. Kind of true. Yankees could start 12. They could, Frankie. They could very well start that way. Dinner plans, I have no idea. We're moving into my in-laws' house tonight for the next 3 to 4 weeks because they're about to tear off the second floor so they can start the framing and the house can be exposed to the elements. So we'll be over there for 3 to 4 weeks. So no idea. Dinner plans, yeah, that's going to be up in the air for me. Normally, we just do pizza night on Fridays. Order pizza and stuff like that, and salads or wings or whatever. But I don't know. No idea, Lapari. That's what I got for you right now. Sorry I don't have more, but that's where Saturday night I usually cook dinner, a nice dinner for the family before the stream. So that's kind of how we roll. But yeah, Friday night's generally pizza night for me because it's easy. It's the end of the week. Current MLB manager has won a World Series championship with the Yankees as a player. Current MLB managers won a World Series. Oh, shoot. That's a good question. Give me a minute. Let me think about that. Yeah, Reynolds to left field is you know me already, TJ. I think it's the perfect situation for the Yankees, but because it gives them the outfielder and the leadoff hitter that they need at the same time. So, but I don't know about Montez lying. I mean, his doctors told the Yankees that his shoulder was going to be fine and he wouldn't need surgery. So they either lied or they were wrong. Montez clearly didn't say. Well, we still know. So you didn't tell him? I don't know. Did they ask him? Is the other question. Why would they ask him? They're gonna ask the doctors who examine him. So, but it's easy to accuse the guy. I mean, it definitely is easy, Marcus. I hear you. You relate to me, NFE? I like it, man. Are you a martial artist as well? Love it, dude. Love it. Emily record for number of players on it. Yeah, 31 players on the IL, man. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it's a good win for the Yankees. Some bright spots. I mean, Severino took another step in his progression to getting ready for the season. And IKF, an opposite field home run, a couple decent hits, and Johnny Brito, 3 solid innings as well. So he's a guy that could make the team also out of the bullpen or out of a spot. Out of spot. I mean, we don't know. He could make it as well. So they have enough depth pieces in terms of pitching without having to make a big trade. And anyway, I mean, I don't even know who's available in a big trade anyway. I mean, a lot of people talk about Bauer; he'll be on the cheap, but then some of these other guys too. So I think it's the decision for these guys to make. In all honesty, no. Yeah, Ryan, Vinny Boomba, yeah. Massa never got a fastball. Yeah, but that's all right. He figured out how to get guys out, right? Right. But I mean, Joel. But you're right. He didn't have the same fastball, but again, he didn't get lit up either, which is nice. 10:05 is too early for a regular season baseball game. On the West Coast, yeah, yeah, no doubt. Free babysitting with the grandparents, nice. A cooking channel. I'm actually the cook of the house, and I have a little bit of culinary. I have family, former family grandfather who had culinary background, so I was in the military, cooked, and he kind of handed it down to my dad, who handed it down to me. So I cook 95% of the meals in my house, and I love that. I love that. Sports Tech, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, brother. I definitely will. Sports Talk, I definitely will. And I'm trying to do it. I have a football channel now, Empire State Tripod. We're trying to get that up to 1,000 subscribers too, so we can live stream as well for football. So that's um, the next step for the football channel. But we're gonna keep building that up. Bob Guerin. Oh, good one, Marcus. Is that true? Is it Bob Guerin? Damn, you took me back right there. I like the idea for the cooking channel. I must say, T. Drake. I must admit. Clock on the stove. Exactly, man. Exactly, Beck. Exactly. Clock on the stove, baby. You know that. So no, would I trade Jason Dominguez? I would trade him for only one or two or three players. Only for not even a handful of players. Half a handful of players. Um, Montez trade was a kill. Yeah, I mean, it's the most immediate negative returns. That's for sure. No doubt about that, because we're missing a lot of arms. We give up a lot of arms, but it is what it is. It's the reality. It's unfortunate. But I'd be looking into a medical staff too, Blake. I couldn't agree with you more. I don't know enough about honestly, Anthony. I don't know enough about hockey to make an educated channel. Like I don't know enough about it um, to do it. You know what I mean? Can I read your members only super chat? Uh, Not here. I haven't received. I received one super chat earlier, but I mean, I haven't. It's not in here, sports talk, but I appreciate it. If you send a super chat, I thank you for that. Um, Thank you, sports talk. But I can't read it. No, I'm just reading whatever you put out from what I put out comments wise. Yeah, Beck, I heard you flipped on Dominguez. He's now untouchable. I get it, man. He's had a monster spring. I get it. I get it. The final cuts they go right down to the end, Michael. I mean, every week, every couple days, they're gonna make more cuts, and it'll go right down. It'll go right down. Do I follow combat sports like MMA, NFE? Is that what you're talking about? If I can find them before my phone dies. I think I'll If you're talking about like UFC or um, PFL or what's the other one? Pride and things like that. Strike Force. Yeah, I mean I know a couple of those folks. And I've trained with quite a few regular like professional fighters and stuff like that too. Let me just pull it up if I could find it. But who are you referring to in terms of the MMA, UFC? Okay. Yes, I mean I follow them. I've trained with a lot of them. I've done a lot of it myself. I do traditional Korean arts, but I've also, I also have trained in jujitsu. I've trained in sambo. I've trained in krav. I've trained in a lot of boxing, um, and that type of stuff. Yes, yes, and that's. Let me show you here really quickly if I could find it. I have a few pictures here with a couple. Here we go. For anybody, let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can turn this aside. Does anybody know who that is? Kimbo Slice. That's me and Kimbo. Me and Matt Serra. Me and Frankie Edgar. All UFC guys. The late Kimbo Slice, rest in peace. He must have been the friendliest fighter I've ever met in my life. He was such a sweetheart of a guy. I mean, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. I swear. That guy was so cool. Really. I mean, it was a great pleasure to meet him. And this is for those of you who follow boxing, um, Lennox Lewis. It's me and Lennox Lewis there. So just a couple of folks. Sarah, yep, jiu-jitsu black belt. Kimbo, yep. Play a game like I mean, I wish I did, Corey. Yeah, and if yeah, I've been really fortunate, really fortunate. I've been fortunate to train with a lot of cool folks, a lot of good folks. Um, I have some good Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, yeah. I've not met Floyd or Connor. I haven't met either one of those guys. Who do I see being traded for opening day? Well, probably IKF, maybe Hicks, maybe even Glaber Torres, depending on what they can get for him. But we'll see. We'll see. And one of my favorite fighters of all time is Fedor Emelianenko, Sambo, Russian fighter. That guy is really great. And I love John Jones too. W wrestlers, Cena, Big Show, Undertaker, Dolph Ziggler, and The Rock. Great fighters right there, man. Great fighters right there. Possibly these guys fake injuries to get out of. I don't know how many guys fake injuries get out of pitching. I'm not sure. In MRIs, these guys get and they confirm this type of stuff. So it's really hard for them to fake an injury without getting checked by the medical staff. And these guys have every piece of equipment they could think of to confirm an injury. So it'd be really tough to do. Yeah, I mean, UFC is big time. Fedor NFA? That's awesome, dude. Love Fedor. Love him. He's my favorite for a decade. Jones is a beast. Yes. Yep. I mean, he got. If Cyril Gain knew how to wrestle, I think it would have been a better fight. But John got him, and then put that underhook guillotine choke, and it was over. So Stephen B's in the house. What's good, man? Yeah, I mean, faking an injury too. I mean, it costs them millions of dollars too. So I'm not sure if that's a wise idea for these guys. George St. Pierre is awesome. I'm into UFC fight. I have. They're pretty damn cool. Not addressing the left field spot with haunting. This is. Yeah, Joseph. I mean, I'm curious to know what they're going to do. I really am. Not re-signing Benintendi stunk, but like, what are you going to do? It sounds like at this point it was either Benintendi or Judge. They went with Judge. So, and It is what it is now. Hopefully Ortega works out. Hopefully Calhoun works out. Hopefully Dominguez keeps progressing to the point where he's a valuable player here. So, um, that's the key, right? So, yeah, it was John's a superior fighter, NFE. OG Sports Talk. That's how you roll here, baby. That's how we do it, baby. Cashman might be cursed, man. It might be cursed, man, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, maybe so. Back, yeah. Clone Benatendi. Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, man. I appreciate you, T Drake. I'm gonna wrap up in a minute too. I'll wrap up in a minute. Mike Wallace, welcome back. You heard we're in jail? Not me. Who was in jail? Nobody here was, not that I know of. But I pray T Drake, no doubt about it, man. Yeah. Mike, yeah. So Mysterio, yeah. Mysterio's an exciting one. Brian Reynolds thing like a year ago, man. You're a mile, GFS mile, Villamar. No idea, but Brian Reynolds would be a nice fit here. Be a nice fit. Trivia question: which current MLB manager has run a World Series with the Yankees as a player? Yeah, I still haven't gotten that one. Somebody said Bob Garen, but I don't think that's right. I don't know. Sandy, that's a good question. A lot of people are, pushing for Bauer. That's for sure. Yeah, exactly, Beck. I want to get a luchador mask. Get one, man. That's a legit mask. Legit mask. I love it. Could be a blessing off our prospects for a better trade committee. Yeah, maybe, Steven. Could be. Could be. Yeah. I don't know, Beck. Maybe I should put out terrible rap videos on YouTube, right? And be faking almost death or something like that. Maybe I should do that. So yeah, I get it. It's just I think the question is he's definitely on a cheap, no doubt about it. But I think the question is how is it worth the potential headache that it might bring? You know what I mean? That's the key. So Bader, he has a strained oblique muscle, Alviso. What's up, Gerald? No, Yankees won 4-3. Luis Severino looked pretty solid too. So um he did some. It was a good win. It was a good win. Uh, if I'm here, I might be at the game. Sports Talk. I might be at the game. I will keep you updated on that one. I'll have to keep you updated. So there's a chance I might get tickets for it. So that one's up out in the open right now. So we'll see. You know what I mean? So I'll keep you updated on that. Yeah, well, that's the key. Is it even worth trying? Is the question. I think they have to run it by a lot of the team, Judge, Cole, other folks like that. So I think it's important to do that. Give the team a heads up as a courtesy to see if they're okay with it, because the damage could be more than they would want to go or pursue or try. You know what I mean? Or risk. So we'll see in sports. It'll be a post game thing, SG. We'll see. I don't even know if I'm going to be at my house. I might still be at my in-laws. So I don't know. I have to figure that out too, because we're moving out tonight for like almost 4 weeks. So I have to figure some stuff out, sports. So it's too early for me to answer that one, but I will keep you posted, man. I will keep you posted. Bauer, yeah, he's on the poo-poo list. The question is, it's not only why aren't the Yankees, why isn't anybody making him an offer? So that is telling, at least in my opinion, to a degree. So I don't know if Dusty Baker ever played for the Yankees. I know he played for the Dodgers. I don't know if he ever played for the Yankees. Lipari. I've got several Yankee jerseys. Yeah, several. Yes, indeed, a bunch. Yeah. But yeah, Mike Wallace, where'd you hear that from, by the way? Where'd you hear that propaganda from? Huh? Chapman, yes, he did. So did Herman. So did Herman. So, no, I totally get it. I totally get it. Yep. I think, where did it go? IKF gets traded. The possibilities are increasing, I think, Kedzilla. I do think the possibilities are increasing. Steinbrenner, yeah, I mean, God, Steinbrenner would have already, and he would be approaching the like Cohen, Cohen pale thresholds. Yeah, Billy Martin played him. Oh, Schmidt, that's a good one. Mm. Japan versus Korea. Yeah, dude. A lot of fundamentally sound players. I'm watching some of the WBC when I can. Like I don't watch it instead of Yankee games. You know what I mean? So maybe so by Ryan Beck. I wonder if he got his propaganda from that person. Super manly. Yeah. All right, Beck. Where you? Dodgers are my favorites, Tyler for Otani, but Dodgers are my favorites, but um, Seattle Mariners are my dark horse for Otani. Mariners are my dark horse for Shohei Otani, but I think the Dodgers right now are the favorites in my opinion. But again, I know the Angels are going to try and keep him. The other teams are going to be going after. The Mets are going to go after him, especially now since Correa is off the market and it's other folks and like Machado's off the market. So I'm with that. I think it's going to be right down to the wire. But I would watch out for the Mariners because he could either be a partner in crime to Julio Rodriguez or another three-headed monster in that rotation with Castillo and Robbie Ray. So um, he has like a lot of value with Seattle Mariners. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, it depends on the schedule. I mean, Team USA, Team Puerto Rico, Team Dominican Republic, I think are the three most formidable teams in the World Baseball Classic. So I like the fact that Mark DeRosa is also managing the Team USA. I think he's a good fit. So it's been pretty fascinating to watch from what I've seen so far. Tani's looking good too. So you know what, Morning Brew Sports. It means you have to consider it, right? And by the way, Morning Brew Sports in the house. Shout out to them. Shout out to Morning Brew Sports, man. Um, you have to consider the medical staff to blame because the medical staff. I mean, they traded records for the Montez trade, like, and it's the thing too. Like, the Montez doctors, Oakland A's doctors, told Cashman and the Yankees that he wouldn't need surgery. His shoulder was fine, and it didn't turn out to be that way. So, at what point do you stop? Do you not consider medical staffs, medical doctors, documents and diagnosis and blah blah blah? It's you know they were wrong there, unfortunately. So, and it's a you do have to consider it, right? Is the medical staff the right group here for this team? Because why do the Yankees have so many more injury issues than every other team? And it's an unfortunate reality, but it's true. The Yankees get bludgeoned with injuries, and it's like, my God, it's crazy. So, do they have the good strength and conditioning? Do they have the flexibility and everybody else? Like, do they have the right people in the stable to keep these folks healthy? And are these guys doing enough in the off seasons to keep themselves fit and healthy too? That's the other question too. And yeah, Team Cuba's a dark horse too, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. MLB regular baseball season 20. Yeah, it's opening day is 20 days away. 20. Yep. It would be 3 days from yesterday for at least for the Yankees. At least for the Yankees. That's what I consider to be the MLB opening day in the Yankees. So when they open, baseball opens. So it's March 30th, Thursday, which is 3 weeks from yesterday. So it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. And this is the thing too, like Morning Brew says here. When it comes down to it, why not try and save Cashman? But Cashman's going on word and advice from their medical staff and experts, and both, right? Both sides medical experts. I mean, Cashman doesn't review MRIs and things like that. He doesn't know what to look for. Doctors do. It's in the medical exactly. So, and the other thing too, like I think it's important to keep in mind that fans were begging them to trade for Montez when they didn't get Castillo. Fans were begging them to sign Rodon. Okay, so he did exactly what the fans wanted. So this is not only a blame Cashman thing, as much as a lot of folks would like it to be that way. And you know what I mean? It, it is what it is. But again, fans are entitled to their views, but this is just a reality. Medical experts are the one that know most about what to look for and what not to look for. And that's, I mean, again, GMs rely on the experts in medicine. So, but they're not always right either. They're not always right. So, and it's stuff like this. It's just unfortunate that it recently has happened to the Yankees more so than everybody else. And I hope the Yankees insured Rodon's contract, like they insured Ellsbury's contract. Like, even though it counted towards the payroll with the Ellsbury kind of like the last 4 years he didn't play, the Yankees didn't have to pay it themselves. Insurance paid it. So they actually saved the $23 million a year, but it's still counted towards the payroll. So hopefully they're insuring these contracts that they're either trading for or signing as free agents. So, but that's, I mean, we don't know. We don't know. So that's up to them. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, I just hope that these injuries turn out to be less serious than we're potentially fearing that they're going to be. I like Kevin Cash played for the Yankees, Stanley. Damn, I didn't know that. At least I forgot. No, I didn't know that. Okay, that's a good trivia question. That is a good. So who managed in the major leagues now that play for the Yankees? Kevin Cash. That is a good trivia question, man. Well done. Well done for that one, Stanley. Really. Well, I'm with you too, Texas. I mean, if the doctor says, and this is the thing, like with trainers and being a musculoskeletal therapist myself, it's my job to keep somebody out of the operating table or off the operating table. Okay, surgery is generally a last resort for the most part for a lot of sports, and if you can keep them healthy enough so that they're doing things sustainably enough themselves so that they don't need surgery, you do it. But in most cases, if the doctor tells you to sit, you do sit. So Tex Bucket, you're spot on there too. You know what I mean? Yeah, Heyman said flexing could be okay. I mean, I just don't know if they're going to go after another starting pitcher. Well, at least trade a good haul for starting pitcher. When I think it's going to depend on Rodon. If they find out that he needs surgery, then they'll probably make a move because I don't think they're going to stick with Herman and Schmidt to be the bottom end guy, especially with Nestor Cortez not back all the way yet. So, it makes it a little bit more brittle. So they'll have to do something. What? I don't know. Kevin Cash was on the team in 2009 as a player. Damn. That's good intel right there, Morning Brew. I like it. Kevin, I didn't realize he was on there when Well, I wasn't part of the playoff roster, so do you get all right. That's probably why I don't remember him. It wasn't a playoff roster. So, I mean, a lot of folks are pushing hard for Trevor Bauer. And again, I think this goes back to, is he where he's going to be on the cheap? Yes, because the Dodgers are paying like $20 million a year for him to not play for them. But is it worth the risk even on the cheap? There's no guarantee he's going to dominate again. He's like 2.5 years away from playing at the major league level. So we don't know if that's going to get back there, but is it worth the potential damage to the chemistry? Not saying that will, but it could. So it's a risk. So he could be high rewards, but he could also be high risk at the same time. And that is a tough thing to do. And like I said, it's not only Cole you have to ask, it's Judge, it's the rest of the team. Because these guys do pride themselves on good team chemistry. And if he negatively affects it, and again, and Will, let me ask you this. All the fans that are begging Cashman to sign him, and he does, and it turns out to be a shit show, will they blame Cashman for that? Just like they did a lot of other things, you know. That's the other thing. What comment? I appreciate it. Good luck to the Yankees on opening day. Appreciate that. Good luck to your crew too. Sorry, sometimes this thing scrolls fast and I don't see a lot of stuff. But Beck, I hear you, dude. I hear you, Beck. Posey, yeah. Posey can be a Hall of Famer. Not worth the headache. And that's the thing, and it's kind of mixed bag here. It's like half and half. People like go for it, can't hurt, and other people like hell no, stay away. And I think that's what is the compromise point, right? How do people get past that? You know what I mean? Yeah, same thing, Morning Bro. Like, not worth the headache. This is what I'm talking about. Like, that's my fear. He's going to be a problem, and and that's the key. And to me, he's like Kyrie Irving on the Nets. Like, he was a disaster on them. It was nonstop headaches, right? So, good player, no doubt, but nonstop headaches. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah, but I mean, hit that like and subscribe button, gang, if you haven't done that yet. I appreciate it, especially the likes. We always like to get to 100 likes. So I appreciate all yous. I thank you. Sometimes I call the opening part of baseball because I like soccer. Apertura. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's what they call the openings of shows, too, on Broadway. Apertura. Yes, indeed. Yeah, when I was in college, I was an usher for Broadway shows for several years in Manhattan. And Apertura, opening. This is good. I like how you tie stuff in, Lepar. It's good stuff, man. Yeah, Posey was definitely a gamer. I do think the Yankees have a lot of gamers here, but I mean, we need healthy gamers. We need gamers to actually be in the game. So Rodon's a gamer. Bader is a gamer. So like we have a lot of gamers that are going to be shelved on the bench, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah. Well, if he gets to that point, Kenzilla, I understand what you're saying. He's got to get to that point. There's no guarantee after him missing like almost 3 years that he's going to get. And again, he did that with the Reds and the Dodgers. Doing it with he wasn't that dominant in the American League. And it does matter. I mean, the American League, I mean, look at the offenses he's going to have to go through. Crazy stuff. So, but wouldn't that be nice? Sure. Whatever team he pitched for would be nice. So, well, this is the thing, too. Yeah. If Aaron Judge had an issue with JD over Tim Anderson issue, you can be, yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, and this was JD being a dick or whatever, like a moron or jabroni, whatever you want to call it. We use jabroni, the wrestling term. So, Bauer was suspended for 130 games over stuff and that drama is a whole different level drama. I mean, that's a rough one. That's a rough one, man. Harry Potter, yeah, baby. So you know the deal. Morning, bro. You know the deal, man. How do you do it in New York City, baby? You know how you do it in New York City, baby. You know how we do it, how they do it. That's the thing, man. The drama and the headaches, and is it just, is it the Grassy Junior High drama, or is it like high level drama? And that's and that's he's part of the high level stuff, unfortunately, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, 100% Sean, 100% Texas Buckeye. They're Peraza, Cabrera game. Volpe's a gamer. Cabrera's definitely a gamer. Need more. Find a way to trade. Well, that's the thing too. He's a top 5 player in baseball when he's healthy, when he's playing, Tyler. But the other thing is, will they bring a guy like him in based on his suspension of those other moves, and he's also going to cost him Volpe and some other. So is that worth moving him too? And where's he going to play is the other question, Tyler. What position is he going to play? Oh. No, I don't think Cabrera will start the season at center. I mean, he'll start the season, no doubt about it. But he's just going to be multiple positions, but he may play opening day at center. That's no doubt about it. So, I mean, I think that's definitely possible, but I don't know if he's going to have the staying just a permanent position. I think he's going to be a floater, which is perfect, man. Ben Zobrist type. Well, and exactly, I mean, like And you know too, better than most, Money Brew, that New York City fans in New York sports are different than LA, different than Cincinnati, different than anywhere. New York fans, New York media will eat you alive if you can't handle it. And if you get, they rub you the wrong way and you snap at them, they're gonna come at you even harder and harder and harder. That's just the way that's how it rolls in here. So you got to be able to handle that. You got to have that thick skin. You got to know when to shut up. And a lot of folks don't know how to do that. So, but yeah, Reggie brought drama, but he was also, he performed. He performed. So Billy Martin brought the drama too. So it was just a toxic relationship, right? But they won, and that's the key. San Francisco versus the Royals, home opener on Friday, April 7th, Oracle Park on Secret. Dude, I mean, be a fun opener, man. How long have I been in Yankees? Ever since I was a kid, sports talk. I was never anything but, everything but. Yeah, Josh Nolan, exactly, Tyler. He knows, man. They're all over his ass. Still to this day, people heckle him. So, why not they have Josh Allen? He was a pain in the butt last year, but he didn't get suspended for 130 games, things like that. So, and he also didn't volunteer to come here. They traded him. So he didn't sign here as a free agent. So when you sign here as a free agent, you know what you're getting into. Sometimes players get traded here, they have no control over it. And he wasn't a 5-10 with any team or anything like that. So he doesn't have veto power in terms of trades. So, and that's just, you get traded. It's not like football where you're unhappy with your contract, even though you're making $10 to $15 million a year, and then you just sit out until it's not like it's different, It's different here. Go do your thing, man. Appreciate you coming on, Morning Brew. Always a pleasure, man. We'll talk soon, dude. We will talk soon, my man. Keep the good work up, man. Keep up the good work, bro. Now I'm gonna wrap it up in a second too. I went way over, way over, but it's fun being on here with you guys and gals. Yeah, Donaldson was a superstar for like 5 years, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He was a superstar for about 5 years. But he's not that anymore, obviously. But I don't think he's ready yet, Jay. He can definitely hit the ball, but I mean, again, look at the guys that he's hit. If you hit that way off Justin Verlander or Corbin Burns or whoever, then that shows I think you're more ready for the major leagues. I think he needs to do that, and I still think he needs more development because those guys will shut him down. Scherzer, those guys will eat him alive. Excuse me. Always, Morning Brew. Baby. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. You're right about that. The Jason who stole my name and added an S to it. It's looking pretty good. Franchise, honestly, I mean, I would go for Lamar Jackson. I think he's a better investment, but he's going to cost more than Aaron Rodgers would. But it seems like the Yankees are fixated on Aaron Rodgers. I mean, the Jets, excuse me, not the Yankees. So I appreciate it, man. Appreciate him. Love having you gang on. And yeah, but I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, everybody. Hit the like and on the way out if you haven't done that yet. Let's try to get to 100. I appreciate all yous. Appreciate you, Joel, for you being so generous as always, man. And the Texas, always good to have you on here too, my man. And peace and love to all yous. And we'll see you next time for the next lineup video, breaking news, post game. You know it. And hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow night for the live streams. Over now.